Welcome to the 20th episode of OGSC Waterbreak. I'm Gianco, and I'm here with the birthday boy himself. What up, D? How are you feeling, Joe? How old are you? What's the tell the people what's going on?
I don't want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm in my Walter Payton year. That's all I'm going to say. My Walter Payton year. You know what I'm saying? For all you Bears fans out there, you know what I'm talking about.
Well, let's get into it. What would you say was the game of the week? We might have a bunch of good games this week.
Yeah. I'll have to say the game of the week, probably the Titans Colts, man. It was a great game. It went down to the wire, went down to overtime. Some unfortunate stuff went on in the game. You know what I'm saying? Derrick Henry probably lost for the season. Got to have foot surgery. I just felt like it was a lot of intangibles in that game that kind of, dictated, the end of the game, and also dictated season, for both teams, So, I'm just, I had to say it was the Titans coach.
I gotta say, this week kicked off with a great game. That Thursday night football game. You had
that was a good game.
The undefeated Arizona Cardinals versus the Green Bay Packers, who everybody wrote off the first week. And, oh, my God, it went down to the last play. Arizona Cardinals are no longer undefeated. They finally got that L. Thanks to Mr. Rodgers in the game. Kyler Murray, we were rooting for you. And you throw an interception that last play. That was a momentum killer. That ruined my day. That ruined my Thursday.
Yeah, man. I gotta say an honorable mention though, too, man, for the game of the week. The Cowboys Vikings. That was a good game too, man.
It was
real close. You didn't have the starting quarterback for the Cowboys playing, and what I'm saying, it was a rough game to see. It was a rough game to watch if you was a Vikings fan, but me being a Bears fan, it was a great game. Now they on the same boat as us.
So, what would you say was your worst play of the week?
Worst play of the week. I have to say the pick that Patrick Mahomes just had, man. We watched them, first quarter, even though they won the game. Want to throw that out there. I feel like watching him just throw that pick like on third down. It was bad. It was like, come on, man. Like, why would you force that throw? I mean, he was wide open, but he seen two people in front of him. He forced the throw. It was a bad throw. Bounced off of somebody else. Tip drill.
It was weird. Like, Patrick Mahomes ain't been right since the Buccaneers scrambled his brain in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they definitely had him going.
What would you say was the best play of the week?
Best play of the week, Adrian Phillips' pick six, man. It definitely changed the game. Justin Herbert was having a decent game. Didn't look like it was going to be as bad. They could have probably came out with the W after that, but yeah, he threw that pick, and Adrian Phillips jumped in front of that ball and took it the distance. Pick six.
I had to say the best play was that Justin Fields scramble for a touchdown. That's the promising side of Justin Fields that everybody's been talking about, because he was lost in the headlights and he was like, you know what? I know how to get home. Yeah. When we talking about best plays, did you hear about the trade that just happened?
The Broncos and the Rams?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. The Rams got Von Miller. Oh,
yeah.
My goodness, man. Like, the Rams didn't have enough pressure on quarterbacks with Aaron Donald out there just causing chaos. Best defensive lineman in the league right now. Probably, I mean, he might be the GOAT one day. You know what I'm saying? It might be considered the greatest of all time. But, to throw Von Miller, who I think they said has the most sacks since 2011. I think he had like 110, and the next closest person is 102. For him to be on the field with Aaron Donald on the same side of the ball, man, these quarterbacks are going to be having nightmares about playing that defense, man. And then they get a lot of cover sacks too because I done mentioned him before. My boy Jalen Ramsey, he out there, locking people up. So
my worst player of the week was Deshaun Jackson sitting out because he wants to be traded on the Los Angeles Rams, who is a Super Bowl bound team. Like, what else do you want? I know you want to use your skills and talents out there, but you're getting paid money to be on a winning team. I feel like you should just roll with it.
A lot of teams kind of catering to these people that's being divas, man. And it's kind of tough to watch that. It's like why people, like you just said, why do people want to get themselves out of a situation that's really a good team situation, but might not be the best individual situation,
Yeah, and I normally agree with the diva wide receivers. Like Randy Moss, I feel like he really didn't do nothing wrong. Terrell Owens, I felt like was really not that bad. People made it out the worst case scenario of him. But this, I can't defend this. I can't defend this at all.
When was the last time he was a number one receiver? That's my question. When was the last time he was a number one, like super productive receiver? I'm talking about, forget 100+ catches. I'm talking about 80+ catches.
It's funny because my first impression of Deshaun Jackson was the guy who threw away the football before crossing the goal line. I've seen him do it 3 times. Once in college, twice in the pros.
What an idiot.
So who would you say is the best player of the week?
Honestly, gotta say, I hope you're ready for this. Geno Smith. Geno Smith had an amazing game, man. He was the most impressive on a team where Russell Wilson is out injured with a broken finger. You get him in and you think, oh man, he's just gonna manage the game. 2 touchdowns. I think it was like over 100, maybe even 150 yards, something like that. Yeah, he managed the game to a certain extent, but to throw in those 2 touchdowns, man, that was big. And that's what got them to win. So got to give it to him. He had a good game. I think he threw for like 20 or 24 or something like that too. It was a nice thing to see. It was way better than what he was when he was on the Jets. I can tell you that.
That Geno Smith is crazy. Like, he did come in and stepped up. My best player of the week is Tom Patrick Edward Jermaine Jackson Brady, because even though he lost, my fantasy team was looking very suspect and had like a 40% chance of winning. And I was cursing his name, saying like, "Come on, bro." Last week he had a bunch of touchdowns, no yards. Then I was thinking about the game in New England. We had a bunch of yards and no touchdowns. And then he went off. My best player of the week is for sale. If you're on my fantasy team, you do good. So
I don't blame you, bro.
Shout out to 12.
I don't blame you. Might as well throw some fantasy in. Might as well.
Speaking of fantasy, I'm going to go to my worst player of the week. You know who that is? Robbie Anderson. Why? Because he's on my fantasy team and he played a game and he put up a goose egg, just out there running around. Who does that?
I think I picked Justin Herbert, man. I mean, for a quarterback who looks so promising, quarterback who people was putting in the MVP conversation a couple weeks ago, for him to throw 2 picks, along with his 2 touchdowns, but lose the game is what did it for me. I'm just like, come on, man, you gotta come out and you gotta be ready to play. I don't know what it is about Belichick. I want to see him beat Brady, but I still don't like Belichick for whatever reason, because I just feel like he's a cheater. But
he is.
Yeah, so I'm rooting against the man. And sure enough, come out of nowhere, pull up, a good defensive game. His quarterback, Mac Jones, have a good game. It's just like, come on, man. He didn't have an amazing game, but he had a good game. He ain't throw no picks. So
that's Brady football right there.
Yeah, don't turn the ball over.
What about team? Who was the worst team of the week or disappointing team of the week?
Man, okay, so my opinion on this is going to be a little biased, me being a Bears fan, but the Cardinals, man. How you going to take an L to the Packers. They was winning the game. I mean, we talked about it earlier. They was winning the game.
Yeah.
They went down, whatever the case may be, and then this dude throws the pick, right? I mean, like, come on, man. Come on, Kyler Murray. Like, you don't understand what I had. Like, just I was like so into that game. I was like, oh man, this is gonna be a great game. You know what I'm saying? And
ready to dance on their grave. Just ready to hit the 40 on their grave.
Yeah, man, made Mr. Discount Double Check look like Mr. Discount Double Check. And I was just like, damn, man, like, quit letting this man look so I don't even want to think about it.
My worst team goes to the Detroit Lions because they are 0-8. Now their spirits are broken. You can tell their spirits are broken.
Oh man, it's amazing to see a rival team spirits broken. I'm okay with that. Hey.
Best team of the week. It hurts my soul. It breaks my heart. You were just talking about it. I have to give it to the Green Bay Packers. They went in there.
Oh my God.
They beat the unbeaten Arizona Cardinals. Thursday Night Football, short week. I don't want to do it, but I got to give it to the Cheeseheads. Talk about something else so I can get off my mind. I'm going to clean my tongue. You go. Let me clean my tongue.
Yeah, man, you go do that, man. That was rough to hear, man. I have to say, I feel like the Cowboys came out victorious. I mean, they another team with only one loss. They got their win without their starting quarterback. So that says a lot, one, about their coaching staff, even though I really don't think he's a great coach, but it says a lot that he prepared his team to get ready for this game. And, I mean, they beat a pretty good Vikings team. Even though their record don't say it that they all that good, it's not a bad Vikings team. I mean, they held Justin Jefferson to, like, basically no stats. Overall, like I said, I feel like them as a team for this week, they did their thing. They came to play.
You know what? I'm disgusted. I picked the Green Bay Packers. You pick an ex-Packer coach. And the Cowboys on top of that. Let's just end this. We ending this show. What are you looking forward to next week? What game are you looking forward to next week? So you got
I got two games on my watch list, man, and that's the Chiefs and the Packers. Both was in prime time this week, so it'd be nice to see two top tier quarterbacks going at it, blow for blow. See what it comes down to at the end of the game. Hopefully, it's a nice close game and the Chiefs don't get blown out because they haven't been looking that great, especially on defense. And then my second game, Chicago Bears. I can't wait to see them in a primetime game. I want to see what my boy Justin will do. I think he's exciting to watch, so I'm gonna keep watching my Bears till they start winning.
Game I'm looking forward to is the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Cleveland Browns because my brain won't let me recognize either team as a good team, even though they got okay records. And it's the Battle of Ohio. It's the Battle of Ohio. Okay. So I want to know who's going to be the king of Ohio so I can hate them more. But Demo, you got anything else you want to say to the people?
Man, I do got something, man. I really been wanting to talk about this. My Chicago Bulls out there doing their thing. Best record in the NBA.
They just came back.
Hey, yeah, man.
And beat the Celtics.
And they put that team together, man. And I knew once I seen Lonzo, Zach LaVine, and DeMar DeRozan. Man, DeMar DeRozan. He looked like he just been revived, bro. Like he looked like how he looked maybe like in his 4th or 5th year in Toronto, bro. Like he looked like prime DeMar DeRozan right now. So
well, I'm Gio. This is Demo. This was Waterbreak. You can catch us on OG Sports Culture on Twitter and Instagram. You can catch us on Facebook at Open Gym Sports and Culture. Hey, go on YouTube, type in there OGSC Waterbreak or Open Gym Sports and Culture, and you can see a plethora of videos from yours truly. The whole team is here. Like, share, subscribe, and peace.
Peace, world.